Set your bench where you usually put it for upper chest in your head right now. If that angle is pretty upright, there is a good chance you are building front delts while your chest still looks flat from the front. For most lifters, the fix is not more bench. It is lowering the incline and setting the press up so your upper chest can actually do its job. Here's what matters. The angle has to be right. The rep has to stay chest focused. And you need to keep that setup the same long enough to judge it properly. The first trap is simple. Your chest looks flat, so you add more pressing. You do more flat bench, more incline work, and more chest stay effort. Very noble. Still the wrong fix. If the press is shoulder dominant, extra sets do not turn into chest work. You are just repeating the same stress in the same place. That feels productive because the workload went up, but the visible result still goes to the wrong muscle. So months pass, your numbers move, and your front view barely does. That's how you get stronger on paper while your shoulders change more than your chest. So before you add chest volume, fix the setup first. Make that the first thing you change. Be honest. When you do incline, do you feel chest first or front delt first? Now the big one. Your incline is probably too steep. Most people hear upper chest and set the bench around 45 degrees, sometimes even higher. It feels right because you're pressing upward more, but your body doesn't care what sounds logical for 2 seconds. A moderate incline lines the press up better with the upper chest. Once the bench gets too upright, the shoulder becomes the easier way to move the weight. Then the exercise still looks like chest training, but the work starts shifting forward. Upper chest tends to peak around 30 degrees. Front delt climbs hard by 60, and chest drops once you go past 45. So use the 30-degree setup. If your bench has fixed notches, go 1 notch below the common 45-degree setting. If you're much more upright than that, lower it before you change anything else. That alone helps a lot, but it doesn't save a sloppy rep. A lot of lifters roll the rep into their shoulders without noticing. The elbows flare too far. The shoulders drift forward. The hard part of the set starts feeling all front delt. Then they assume incline is great for upper chest because it burns. The burn is real. It's just mostly your front delts doing the work. When your shoulder blades slide forward, the chest loses stretch and a clean line to pull through. Then the front delts take over the drive. That's why high-rep incline work can feel brutal and still do very little for the fuller upper chest look you wanted. So clean up the rep. Set your shoulder blades back and down. Keep your elbows around 45 degrees from your torso, and press toward your upper chest or collarbone. Don't send the weight up toward your face. That usually turns it into more shoulder work. There is one useful detail here. The upper chest does a lot of its work in the middle of the rep, around 30 to 45 degrees.
That drops off when the setup gets flatter or steeper. So if your press turns into a shoulder push through the middle, you are giving away the part that matters most. If that one angle change just cleaned this up for you, hit like on the video and send it to the friend whose incline press always turns into a shoulder exercise. There is one more mistake that keeps this problem alive for months. You guess the angle every workout. The exercise name stays the same in your log. The bench notch changes a bit, your setup changes a bit, your elbow path changes a bit. Then one day it feels like chest, and the next day it feels like front delts again. Small angle changes matter here. Angles around 32 to 43 degrees beat 20 for upper chest activation. So yes, a small bench change is enough to change the lift. If your setup drifts, you cannot tell whether your chest is finally getting the right stimulus. That makes progress feel random. Then people blame genetics or say they just have a stubborn chest. Sometimes your chest is not stubborn at all. Your setup is just different every Tuesday. So pick one chest bias incline setting and keep it fixed. About 30 degrees is the default. Or use 1 notch below your old setting and stay there. Keep the same bench notch each time. Lock your shoulder blades in the same way each time. Then use the same press path each time. Judge the set by one thing. Does it stay in your upper chest or does it drift into your front delts? If you like fitness explained this way, and you want more videos that strip lifts down to what is actually growing the target muscle, consider subscribing. The frustrating part is that plenty of lifters are not missing effort. They are repeating a slightly different incline every week, so the chest never gets the same chest-focused setup long enough to grow. Give that 30-degree setup several weeks before you judge visual change. You do not need one magical workout. You need a few weeks of the same solid pattern. Once the setup feels locked in, progress it without losing that pattern. Add load slowly, and over time build reps as well. Only play with a few degrees up or down if the chest keeps the work and the delts do not take over. If a steeper incline suddenly feels amazing in your shoulders, that is shoulder work, nothing mysterious there. And this matters more than people think. A lot of upper chest problems are really consistency problems. The angle changes, the rep path changes. The body follows the easiest route available because, of course it does. It's not trying to respect the name of the exercise in your app. So if your chest looks flat, do not assume you need more pressing. First, lower the incline, keep your shoulder blades pinned, make the rep travel toward your upper chest. Keep the same setup for long enough to judge it, then see what happens. That's the whole fix. Lower incline, better rep path, more consistency. Do that, and the effort you're already spending has a much better chance of showing up where you actually want it.